Welcome to Carpooling with Ben, folks. Every year I've brought this organization into the car with good reason because I believe in their mission. I really appreciate everything they do. And this year, you know, there's a car seat in the back, and that's partially because of this organization. So help out Bags of Hope, and you too can have a foster child.
Yeah, you don't take one home every time you volunteer.
No, but sadly there is enough need out there for foster parents.
Yeah,
John Gagne of Bags of Hope, longtime family friend. You know, you're like a brother to me.
Yeah,
in some ways. I mean, you're not as good looking as I am, but
Well,
you know, not everybody can
we
have
all
a
can't be as good looking as Ben.
well, it happens. So.
Yeah.
But, John, you guys are we coming up on the 9th or the 10th year of Bags of Hope?
This is the 8th year.
8th.
Which
Okay.
would be the 9th time we did it.
Okay.
That's how that works.
That works.
Right? Yeah.
I like that math.
Yeah.
It works for me with my kindergarten diploma. But no, you guys have done this thing. For those who aren't familiar, what is Bags of Hope? What do you guys do? And kind of what's the whole mission of the program in just a nutshell?
Yeah, so Bags of Hope is an organization or a group of people, a ministry, whatever you want to define it. And our goal is, well, number one, to let kids in foster care know that they're loved. And when they're going through this very vulnerable time of their life, we give them a duffel bag embroidered with their name on it around the holiday season. It has comfort items in it that are age appropriate, fleece blankets and bath products, books, different things like that. And so the goal is, number one, to get them that bag, and number two, to also spread the awareness of the need that there is in our society for foster families, adoptive families, and just the amount of kids that are actually in care, even the amount of kids that are in care that are legally free to be adopted as well.
Yeah.
And so that's been part of our greater message, is to bring awareness to the need, but also with no strings attached, just let these kids know that they are loved, and there's people out there that are praying for them and they love them, especially in this most vulnerable season of their life.
Sure. And you guys are doing this in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, down in Florida,
Yep.
Maryland,
Connecticut, Indiana, and it looks like we've done it. We've done some in New York last year. We did some in California. There's an opportunity. It looks like we're going to be spreading it to Michigan as well.
Wow.
We've been contacted by a large church in Atlanta, Georgia, saying that they would like to participate. We received an email from a church in Texas saying that they would like to participate as well. So there's a lot of word of mouth and different avenues in which people are beginning to hear about and see what we're doing. So I mean, we've been doing this for 8 years, and we have delivered 22,000 duffel bags in the last 8 years.
That's incredible.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
just the amount alone, and the 22,000. You guys work very hard to have accuracy first and foremost with
Right.
all of the
Right.
The duffel bags, the names being spelled correctly. I think that's a big credit to your wife, who is a longtime nurse, and, checking records 3 and 4 times before you do anything. But also, you guys have been very cautious on duplication. So this is 20,000 plus that have gotten a duffel bag just once. It's the same child isn't receiving the same duffel bag.
There's
over
only
and over
handful.
again.
There's only a handful of kids that have received more than one duffel bag,
Okay.
and so what we do is we ask the social workers to give us the list of names of children that have entered care just this year.
In the past 12 months.
Yes, since January, basically.
Gotcha.
And there are some times where a child has been in foster care for many years, and they may be in a home where there are new foster children receiving duffel bags, and sometimes we'll give them another one. But most of the time, when we kind of put that together and figure out that this child has received a duffel bag, we also will help supplement maybe with some Christmas gifts or something different. We'll find out if there's a need that they have, and we'll try to meet that need instead of just duplicating another bag.
Well, I think too that speaks to the need obviously out there for the families that for foster care and for adoption. So that's been, that was kind of like the unplanned result of this whole organization. You guys, you and your wife, with a group of people, started this organization primarily because of your own experience as you guys were going through the foster care process to begin with.
Yeah, so we were in our class getting licensed. I remember the woman, the social worker that was teaching the class, was talking about how these kids will experience PTSD from moving from home to home to home. Part of it is that they don't feel like they belong anywhere,
sure,
or they're not wanted. But there was that crazy phenomenon, which is the fact that their things go into a black trash bag, and then when they saw those black trash bags just in general throughout the day, it would remind them of moving or just separation or whatever it is. So they would have moments where they would just kind of lash out or experience these emotional breakdowns.
It's a form of PTSD.
It is. It's a form of PTSD just from moving so frequently and their things being put into trash bags. And so I couldn't believe it when I heard it until we went and picked up our first son that we were going to be adopting. We got the phone call, and so he was at a foster home. And when we went to bring him home and move him in with us, we were handed a black trash bag with all his stuff in it.
Yeah.
And we got in the car and just said, man, we got to do something about this.
Sure.
Because, again, it's a really difficult time in their life, and there's a lot of guilt and shame and different emotions that kids can feel during this time. And we just want to bring some dignity into that process for them, and just let them know at the same time when they receive the bag that, yeah, we spelled their name correctly, because that's important. And a lot of these kids have never had something with their name on it.
Sure.
And that belongs to them. The things in it are theirs, regardless of what home they go into. And just also being thoughtful to put quality gifts in there, things that that will bring comfort to them, and so that they feel loved when they receive those things.
So we're doing this early this year for a few different reasons. One, we want to definitely get the word out, because the response is always great, and so often people don't start thinking about it till after Thanksgiving, and unfortunately, after Thanksgiving, there's a very narrow window where the shop, as it were, is in operation.
Yes.
So there's opportunities for people to volunteer, for people to make donations, and also businesses to get involved, because they see it at the end. They say, "Oh, let me know next year. I want to be part of it." Now's the time.
Now's the time.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting for us, because the last few years we have been working out of His Providence Church. This is a ministry that kind of formed there within our church body, but has included over 60 churches and organizations all over in southern New England.
Yep.
And so in the last few years, we have rented a space in Seekonk off of Route 6, next to an Outback Steakhouse, and with no heat, and it just, last year we got flooded.
Yeah.
Something happened in a snowstorm, and next thing you know, there's water, like inches of water all across our space, and we lost a lot of things. But we're excited because this year, His Providence Church moved from Seekonk to the former Macy's in the Swansea Mall.
Yep.
So we have enough space there, and we have the opportunity to actually, we are already set up. So we've already sent out our bags for Florida. Our bags for Indiana are being embroidered today as we video this segment. And so we're excited to be able to get a jump start on it. We already set up online the website where you can sign up to volunteer, and within 48 hours every spot was taken.
Wow.
But if you have a church group, or you have volunteered before, and you would like to continue to help, you can always email us, and we can try to figure out a day that works, because we like people in churches and organizations that have helped out in the past. We like to try to accommodate them.
Even businesses, it's part of their,
Absolutely.
giving back.
Yeah. So actually, I have a Mocha Ultimo cold brew with me right now. I brought it in the car.
Thanks for bringing one for me.
Yeah. You don't drink coffee?
No.
So this is Mission Cold Brew, and we'll get that on that camera right there. Mission Cold Brew. They're located in Fall River, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And they are some friends of ours. And that Mission Cold Brew supports some organizations in some projects throughout this area of Massachusetts. And they have chosen from the very beginning that Bags of Hope would be one of those organizations that they want to support. So quarterly, there's a percentage of the profit will go towards an organization, and so I believe it's in the fall going in towards Christmas. That quarter, the percentage of their profit will go towards supporting Bags of Hope. So we thank you, missioncoldbrew.com.
Yeah.
And it's the best nitro coffee you will ever have, I promise you. And this mocha Ultimo nitro, whatever it's called, mocha Ultimo is amazing. It's amazing.
Rocket fuel, ladies and gentlemen.
It is awesome. So check them out. But we've had a lot of organizations that have come up with innovative ways to try to support us. Minuteman Printing Press or Printing in Seekonk on Route 44. One year they donated some printing, so all of our postcards and some of the promo stuff that we needed to pay for, they donated it. We've had other businesses that have, again, come up with creative ways to try to support.
With the
Cardi's
toys.
Furniture. Yep, and so they've been awesome. I mean, we have developed this partnership with them, and I don't even know how much Pete even recognizes what he's done with us and for us, but we've been able to provide gifts and toys to not just kids in foster care, but families that are in need all over this area.
Sure, and you guys have that ears on the ground, boots on the ground mentality, and just that way to get that information to you a lot quicker, and especially as the holidays approach, so you're able to respond rapidly, which is excellent. This year, if people want to get involved and perhaps they don't necessarily have time to go and volunteer, they can always go online and they can actually choose where they want their donation to go, what area of the country to affect.
Yeah, so on our Bags of Hope website, which is bagsofhopene.org, you can pick the region that you're in, so New England or Indiana or Northwest Florida, and then as these other areas like Maryland, Michigan, or wherever else, as they expand and grow and become effective and they start doing that annually, and we've established that level of commitment in those areas, those two will be added to the website, and then you can go on there and read about that region. There's contact information. And like Bags of Hope Indiana, they already have their own 501c3 as well.
Wow.
So anyone that's in that area of the country can give directly to that area, and they would write checks out to Bags of Hope Indiana, and it would be specified for that region. And then so like even for New England, people give to just Bags of Hope, and also other ways that we have established giving is not just to write a check or go online and give, but like we have an Amazon Smile wish list. So they can go on Amazon, go to our wish list and see things that we need. Instead of just giving money, they can actually purchase books or whatever it is that we're trying to put in the bags. And one of the amazing things about what we do is that it's 100% volunteer. So no one actually gets paid when the money comes in. 100% of every dollar that's given to Bags of Hope goes to the project, which is something that's been amazing. And a lot of that is in thanks to his Providence Church and the partnership, being part of the leadership there. They totally surround us. And so we have the ability to use space within the church or around the church at no cost, so every dollar can go into the duffel bags, into giving to these children.
That's incredible. If for some reason, a church or somebody may be watching this late in the season, they say, hey, next year I want to do this, and they're in a different part of the country, you or your wife or representatives will actually go out there and meet with them and show them how to do it. How easy is that process?
So it's actually kind of easy in the sense that, like in New England, in the southern New England area, we will go to churches. There's a lot of churches that have like missions committees or groups that plan on doing things for different organizations or different programs. So a lot of times we meet with them. We can go and speak at their church on a Sunday or at some kind of convention, set up a table. So we've done that a lot. Like just recently this past summer, right before the spring school year, our semester ended at Bryant University, we were there, and they had students and faculty all in a room, and they were wrapping gifts and doing blankets and all different stuff like that. So it's not just for churches either. But in the past, I've traveled down to Florida and met with their team. They've had meetings where I was Skyped in, and they had to, they asked questions. My wife Kimberly, she spent hours on the phone with our Indiana region to be able to walk through the process and what that looks like.
Sure.
And so I know in the future, I've talked already with the church in Michigan that wants to start Bags of Hope in Michigan, with the possibility of me even flying out there and meeting with their team.
Yeah.
So the process is not complicated. The part that is most important to us is, number one, that the duffel bags are embroidered with their name and it's done correctly and at the right price, because you need that price point to make it work effectively. So Sandy Lane Sports in Warwick, they actually they're the ones that they've embroidered all 22,000.
How many miles of thread have they gone through with that?
They insist that that's their thing, and so every bag for Indiana, for Florida, wherever they're going, New York, the bags come in here to Rhode Island. They embroider them, and then we send them the bags, and then they will raise the funds, go shopping. We have an amazing partnership with Kohl's, and Kohl's gives us a fantastic price on $40 blankets that we get for like $8 a piece.
That's great.
And they're quality blankets, and that's a big thing too. Is that it's not like, well, beggars can't be choosers. No, that's the wrong mentality and the wrong attitude. These children deserve the best.
Yep.
So Puma North America, we have a partnership with one of their administrators, or whatever you want to call them, and he has helped connect us to Puma, and they give us a great deal on getting brand name, like winter hats and like beanies and different things that we can put inside the bags. CVS has been an awesome partner as well, and so we want to make sure that everything that goes in there is the best.
It's the
brand,
sure.
The quality, best quality we can get it, and then and also again the embroidering of their names on the bag. That the names are spelt right. The bags are high quality. The embroidery is not going to just like pull out after a year.
Sure.
So again, all those things are so important. So we walk every team through that process and what it looks like. And then we work together to make sure that wherever state or whatever region they're launching in, that it has the same quality, the same excellence that is happening here.
That's very important. Folks, go watch the past episodes we've done with John and his wife Kim to learn even some of the other details there, and just to get fully immersed in this whole program. And if you move by this, if it's something you want to get involved in, please click on the links, get involved, share this episode so people can learn about it. Really help to make a huge impact this holiday season for kids who are in foster care. It makes a huge difference, and then who knows? You never know. You might end up with a little foster man like my wife and I have, who we love absolutely. He's awesome. So, John, I'll let you get back to your rocket fuel coffee there, nitro cold brew, Mission cold brew.
Mission cold brew.
Yeah, Mission cold brew. Yeah. That's why your hair sticks up, and it's amazing.
Why does yours stick up?
I don't know.